What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are opening up the Dice Throne Krampus vs. Santa gift pack. I went ahead and I am starting to finally get into the Dice Throne universe. And this is my first package that I got. This was a early Christmas present to myself. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna open this up. This is the gift pack that comes with the miniatures painted. It also comes with the sleeves as well. And I believe the promo pack too. The only thing that it doesn't come with is playmats. And I don't really need any more playmats because I already got a ton of Yu-Gi-Oh playmats and One Piece playmats. Last night I went ahead and I opened up the Dice Throne Adventures box that I had. And I was going through and doing all the components and putting everything away and stuff. And I was amazed that like the legendary cards and stuff were actually hollow. Like, it's really nice quality, like the way they did this. Really, really nice quality. Love this. We got Krampus sleeves. See if we can go ahead and do maybe like a zoomer in. There we go. Zoomed in. We got our Krampus sleeves. We've got our Santa sleeves. Really, really nice stuff. And then these are our promos. We can go ahead and you can kind of just add these in while you're playing Dice Throne Adventures. Let's open this up too. Let's open up this stuff first, the good stuff. All right, so we got, see what we these are our promos. Turn on automatic focus. All right, now it should look a little bit better. We got now, yeah, now you can see it a lot better. Throwing canes. This is an upgrade too. We got what hands, cookie exchange. Electro gauntlets. Whenever you attack an opponent, roll a dice, deal half the value. Is an isolated source of undefendable damage to a chosen. These are all legendary items too. All right, we got Gingerbread Man, bonus blow 2, X-ray specs, throwing canes, and then just Scrooged. Gingerbread Man, 1, 2, 3, and then we have this one says nice throne difficulty. Use normal difficulty with the following changes. We got some different changes that we can kind of do with that. Give us some upgrades, make the gameplay more varied. And then we have our enemies. We got Elphus. Now this is a misprint right here. We have the roll objective, and then we have all shook up. From what I've seen, you're supposed to go based on what all shook up is. This is the proper one because this is misprinted, unfortunately. But I really like that they're hollow too. These ones, everything is just so shiny. We got the Yeti. Yeti does blinds and deals a lot of damage. We've got the Fates. Gain backstrike, heals. Then we have Slay Team. We got the Winter Soldiers. These ones are not hollow. These are just regular monsters. Like, they got first strike. We've got Ice Cold Sprite. And finally, the Winter Clown. So we're going to have tons and tons of stuff to open up on the channel once we get all of that stuff. And wow, these miniatures actually look really good. Take a look at the Santa one first. All right, let's see if we can focus in on Santa. Looks pretty decent. We've got his cup. He's got his battle axe right here. Pretty nice details. Looks kind of like, I don't know, the way they did the wash or whatever, it looks kind of like he's a little bit dirty, right? Like his beard is like, it doesn't look like, it looks more dirty than just kind of like bringing out details or highlights or anything. And then the Krampus one we got. Take a look at this one, focus in. The Krampus one looks really good. And you can kind of see the difference with the white, how they did the black wash with the white. Like this actually has like a little bit of details, like right here you can see the black, where it doesn't look so just like slapped on when you take a comparison to the Santa one, where it kind of just looks, I don't know, it looks more like dirt than actual like shadowing effects or anything. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I really like this right here. This looks very, very well done. This little like creature coming out of his arm or whatever the hell that thing is. Taking a look at the back, lots and lots of tiny little details. Looks really good though, overall. I mean, you see even here, you can see it kind of like, I mean, this looks okay that it's dirty because this is like kind of on the ground dragging, so I would expect that. But Santa's beard just looks weird because it looks like it's dirty or something. All right, here we go. This is the Dice Throne Santa Krampus. This is the actual box. We'll go ahead, we'll zoom out a little bit so we can just get a better view. This is gonna come with our 2 characters that are completely playable in Dice Thrones, and also that Marvel one too, the Marvel missions. You can pretty much play any of the characters, which I think is amazing. You know, you can kind of just add more variety to your gameplay and use these characters in any of those dungeon crawls, which I think is really good. All right, so let's go ahead, let's check out the Santa first. This is our play board we got here. All right, so let's take a look. I just want to kind of look at all of our different like attacks we have. We got Trim the Tree, so we just need axes and we deal a bunch of damage. We have Festivities, gain 2 eggnog, all players gain 1 combat power, and then we have deal 7 damage plus 1 per player. So wow, that's going to be definitely handy if you got a lot of people in your team. This is going to be 4 bells. After targeting an opponent, you each roll a dice. If your roll is equal or greater, deal 6 undefendable damage and gain a cheer. Otherwise, you deal 8 damage and gain the eggnog effect. This one we got Naughty or Nice. It's going to be 2 axes, 2 bells, and it looks like a star, which is probably your 6, your D6. After targeting an opponent, roll 1 dice. On a 1 or a 4, your opponent is nice and they gain a combat power, then deal 10 damage. On a 5 or a 6, your opponent is naughty. They gain cheer and then deal 12 damage. Ooh, so this is kind of like, I don't like the fact that we have the opportunity to give our opponent a combat power. Ooh, that's a bit of a gamble one, that right there. We got Rosy Cheeks for a small straight. We gain cheer and then we deal 6 plus 1 damage per cheer. Jolly, which is going to gain 2 cheer and then 3 eggnog, and then we deal 6 undefendable damage. Going to require 4 of those stars. Then we have Reindeer Games for a large straight. Gain cheer and 2 eggnog, then deal 4 plus 1 damage per eggnog and plus 1 damage per cheer. So the large straight is usually like the one that is a big power play. It's not quite your ultimate, but it's like your second best attack that you can kind of combo off. This could definitely deal like some massive amounts of damage. And then for our defensive roll, we got Eggnogging it. Defense roll 4 dice. We're going to gain 1 times our bells as eggnog, I think. I don't know. The way this is kind of worded is a bit weird. I'm not too familiar with all of this terminology because, you know, like I said, I'm new to Dice Throne, so I'll have to figure that out. And then on a star, we're going to gain a cheer, the card. So this is going to give us at least a little bit more information so we can kind of figure this out a little bit better. We've got cheer. Positive status effect. We can have 3 stacks limited. So spend to re-roll or change one of your dice to a 6. A player with this token may spend 1 to re-roll one of their dice or spend 3 to change any one of their dice to a 6. Wow, so the cheer effect is really, really strong. Then we have the eggnog. We can have a stack limit of 5. This is another positive effect. Spend 3 for a benefit. A player may spend 3 of these tokens at any time to roll 1 dice. On a axe, deal 2 to a chosen opponent as an isolated source of undefendable damage. On a bell, we're going to heal 2 and gain 1 combat power. And then on a star, we're going to heal 2 and draw a card. Whoa, pretty good. We've got 3 axes, 1, 2, 3, and then our 4 and 5 is going to be our bells, and then our 6 is our stars. We take a look at the back of it. This is just going to give us some more rules clarifications. And then we also just have some extra stuff about Santa. The complexity, weapon of choice is holiday cheer, some bio, and then credits as well. Definitely looks like a really fun character to play. We've got our dial for our combat points. It is a reindeer. Maybe Rudolph, because it does have the little red nose there. So this is our combat power. Nothing on the back, so that's cool. And then the next thing we have is our health. These ones are scrolling nice. They don't feel too stiff and they don't feel too loose. In my Dice Throne Adventures box that I had, One of the damage markers was so stiff that like I can't even spin the dial. I like, it was just, I don't know, I just didn't like the way they did it, but this one feels really good. Then we also have our dice. I'll go ahead and I'll bring one out so you can kind of see it. We have etched dice. We also have our bell icon, which is yellow. The axe is kind of white. And then where is that? The 6 star. So really nice graphics on the dice as well with the character Santa Claus. And then we've got our cards. Taking a look at the first one, we got a Mythic Santa. Active ability. During your upkeep phase, you can gain 1 eggnog, and then our flip ability, after spending 3 eggnog, roll the die 5 times in a row instead of once. This is a shiny holographic one as well. Flip it on the other side. Mythic cards can be used in any veteran or higher difficulty dice throne adventure scenario, or by all players in a regular game of dice throne. Rebel Without a Clause. This is our promo card right here. We've got Ho Ho Ho. Gain 5. Wow, this is a really strong one. Gain 5 eggnog. We got Rude Off. Add 1 damage per cheer. Gang Deer. Extremely Naughty. This is an attack modifier too, and this doesn't even cost anything either. Pretty interesting card there. Okay, making your opponent apologize to you in the game. Wow, okay. We got the White Elephant Gift, free resources. Santa's Helper. This is our upgrade card for our defense, Eggnoggin'. Got some upgrades for reindeer games, Naughty or Nice 2, Holly Jolly 2. We've got this bottom one as well with an upgrade. We've got Rosy Cheeks, Festivities 2, Trim Your Tree 2. And then we have just some regular extra cards that are going to do different things. Change the value of one of your dice. The chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt. Helping Hand. One more time. I believe this is Same Seas. Change the value of one of your dice to be identical to the value of another. Go Wild. Change the value of any. Try again. Twice as Wild. Change the value of 2 dice. Not this time. A chosen player prevents 6 incoming damage. That's a really good defensive card right there. Getting Paid. You're going to get 2 combat powers. Tip it. Increase or decrease any die by the value of 1. Bye-bye. Remove status effects. Double up to draw 2. Triple up to draw 3. Then we got Get That Out of Here. Remove a status effect token from a chosen player. Vegas Baby. What status effect? Remove all status effect tokens from a chosen player. That's pretty good. And then we have Transference. All right, let's take a look at the Krampus character next. We've got our player board, Krampus. Go ahead and open this up. Take a look at the back graphics. You can kind of see that. All right, so we got SWAT, bunch of different damage. We've got Scavenge, 3 gifts. It's going to say we gain 3 gifts, gain 2 combat powers, and we're going to draw 1 card. We got Bad Tidings. This is going to need a bunch of different symbols. Looks like we got like a branch. I don't know what that is. A bell, a jingle bell, a present, and then it looks like the evil Krampus picture. Distribute 3 coal among players, then deal 2 collateral damage to each opponent per coal on their board. So it looks like you're going to be putting a bunch of coal on your enemies, which is pretty cool. We've got Rodder, inflict coal, and then we're going to deal 8 damage. We're going to roll a dice, and then we're going to inflict 1 additional coal, or we're going to do on a present, we gain a gift, and then on the Krampus evil looking character, we're going to draw 1 reject. On the other side, we've got Misbehaving for a small straight, gain a gift, deal damage. We've got Spoils. Gain a gift, draw 1 reject, and then inflict 2 coal, deal some damage. Rejection for our large straight, draw 1 reject, or you may activate 1 reject without discarding it, dealing 9 damage. Then finally, we've got our defense, which is Deviled Eggs. We're only going to be able to roll 3 dice though. On 2 of these we're going to inflict coal, and then on a present, we're going to gain a gift. And then if we roll the evil one, we deal 1 damage for reject. Take a look at what these status effects actually do. So we got coal right here at the top. Negative status effect, we can have a stack limit of 4, and what it does is it prevents 1 combat power from being gained. Ooh. The next time a player with 4 of these tokens would gain a combat power, they must first remove all coal tokens, then reduce the amount of combat power gained by 1. Wow, that is a pretty strong effect. We've got gift as our next unique status effect, and this is going to stack 3 times. Spend to gain a reject. During your main phase, you may spend this token to draw a card from the reject deck and put it into play. This token may not be transferred by any means, but it can be removed. And then we have rejects, which are our companions. So this character has a little bit of companions going on. There are some Dice Throne characters that have those, like companions, summons characters, whatever you want to call them. Each reject may be activated once per turn to provide an immediate effect. Whenever a reject is drawn, it is immediately put into play face up next to your hero board. When activating a reject, resolve the activation effect, then discard it into the reject discard pile. You may only have 3 rejects in play at a time, and they have no effect until activated. If you have more than 3, you must immediately discard back down to 2. And then if you ever need to draw a reject and none are available, shuffle the reject discard pile to form a new deck. Begin the game with the reject cards shuffled into their own draw pile. So this has 2 different decks. And then draw 1 reject. We've got, oh, these are switches. Okay, so these are called switches, the little sticks, which is like you're gonna beat somebody with a switch, I guess. We got 3 of those. We've got 1 jingle, and then we've got 1 present, and then the 6 is horns. Taking a look at the back, we have our rules clarification. We also have complexity is a 4. This is a bit difficult character to play. Santa was a 3. Santa was about average. Krampus is a little bit harder, like above average. Weapon of choice is rejects. All right, let's take a look. We have our combat power, combat points. Really nice looking artwork here on our combat points. From there, we have our health dials. These ones also spin fairly easy too. Take a look at the dice. Now, I think these dice are by far way better than the Santa Claus dice. I mean, I absolutely love the green on this. The color scheme on this is so beautiful. Like the green with the switch right there, and then we have the present, and it's like a green with like a blue. And then the horns, you've got the green and the black. I mean, this is definitely my favorite dice out of these 2. Activation, add 3 damage, attack modifier. We've got bitey, heal 2, and then we're gonna add 2 damage. Pull, and then we're gonna add 1 damage. And this is an attack modifier. We've got Sargi, make your attack undefendable. Squishy, play only after being attacked. It's going to prevent 3 damage. And then we have Wormy. Perform an additional roll attempt of up to 5 dice during your offensive roll. So we pretty much cover everything in this instance. If you take a look, we've got damage multiplier, we've got heals, we've got some status effects for our coal, we've got undefendable, we can block, we also have rerolls as well. So just kind of covers everything you need in the game, which I think is pretty cool. Seems like a pretty strong character as well. I'm not sure which one's going to be better. I'm going to have to play around with them some more. And then we have our Krampus cards. So let me go ahead, let me get this open. This is our mythic Krampus card right here, all hollow. If an opponent has 4 coal, you may choose to remove them and deal 3 damage as an isolated source of undefendable damage. And then we have our flip ability. You may activate up to 3 rejects this turn without discarding them. Wow, that's pretty strong. Pretty strong mythic card there. All right, so we got Krusty Krampus. Regift. This card may only be played when activating a reject. Do not discard the reject when performing. We got Potty's Diversion. So it looks like this card can only be played when activating Dottie. So we have some extra cards in here that kind of go hand in hand with our rejects that we can kind of summon, our companions. And we've got this one for that. We've got give a little, discard a gift to deal 3 damage. Krampus helpers, draw 2 rejects. We've got deviled eggs are upgraded. Pack, rejection 2, another upgrade. These are all of our upgraded cards. Spoils, misbehaving, scavenge, plot 2, and 6 it. Change the value of one of your dice to a 6. Pretty good. Better D, a chosen player may perform an additional roll attempt of up to 5 dice during their defensive roll. Helping hand, select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. Ooh, that's a fun one. One more time. Samesies. So wild. Try again. A lot of these are similar to what we already saw in the Santa one. Getting paid, gain 2 combat powers, tip it. Bye-bye. Double up, draws 2, triple up, draw 3. Get that out of here. Vegas, baby. What status effect? And transference. And then this right here, our Krampus card. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put them in their sleeves just so I can feel how they are in the sleeves and kind of show them off in the sleeves. All right, so I went ahead and I put some of them in the sleeves, not all of them. And they definitely feel a lot better, a lot more premium, I will say. The sleeves, they feel like they're worth it, especially for shuffling. I'll say shuffling is probably the best part about it. And the fact that, I mean, if you look at the difference visually, you're going to be looking at the back of this for your cards, or if you have the sleeves, you're going to be looking at this. So it just kind of makes it a lot more personalized as well. And then even just like shuffling, like trying to, let me just take like a handful of these cards and like shuffle these. Shuffling these like this, I mean, it's not horrible. Like, it's definitely like doable. You can kind of get away with shuffling it like this and shuffling like this. It feels okay, but definitely like with the sleeves, it feels like you can be a little bit more rougher with your shuffling. It doesn't feel like you're gonna instantly damage them. It feels like they do have that like little bit of protection around the corners. Definitely, so I would suggest the sleeves if you are able to get them. All right, the last thing we got to go over is our components. Just want to open this up and kind of take a look at those, show those off, your hero board. And these are the components that it came with, not too many. We've got our coal, we've got the eggnog, the cheers, the presents, and then if you do not have the miniatures, you're just going to be using the 2D cutouts. You can kind of see the front and the back of them. That is pretty much it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. This is what, my second board game unboxing on the channel. Definitely more to come, and I want to do some Dice Throne Adventures runs, some gameplay of using these characters. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss some of those videos. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.